Alright guys, today we're going to be building an incredibly cheap, super budget friendly loadout that includes every single weapon skin you need in the game really, and I also have 3 different knife and glove combos that are also budget that you can add onto this if you want to. So you'll have to deal with seeing my gloves, but the first one I have here is going to be a USP Alpine Camo. Minimum wear at the time of planning this for the 4th of November. It was coming in just under the $2 mark. You can get blue gem patterns for it for some very small axes, but regardless of that, I think it's a super nice skin. It is super clean. I love that this has been added into the game, and obviously with the newer skins like this, if you're watching it down the line, there's a chance this gets even to under the $1 mark. And I don't have a P2000 this time, because although I use it myself, I know most of you focus on the USP. Today's video is sponsored by Skinport. If you didn't already know, Skinport is the best place to buy and sell your Counter-Strike skins with a fast, smooth, easy, and secure experience for both buyers and sellers. The big benefit is that prices are considerably cheaper compared to on the Steam market. For example, this M4A1S Hyper Beast is currently 21% cheaper on Skinport, giving you more value for money. They've also added an amazing 3D viewer for inspecting skins and charms. This means if I'm not able to jump into an inspect server, I can still fully check out the skin and decide on the purchase. On the selling side, Skinport can essentially act as a middleman for your trades. If you do a private listing on Skinport, the fee reduces to 2% and you can send the link directly to the buyer. So with over 2 million skins available right now, no buying fees, and an excellent Trustpilot rating, Skinport has everything you need and more. Check out the link in the description, and thanks to Skinport for sponsoring today's video. Now, it's actually worth mentioning, when I did this, I specifically looked at the new skins because overall, the amount of value for money that's coming from those new skins and the rapid price drops, it's fantastic for loadouts. So my Glock's also going to be from the new Overpass collection. It's going to be the teal graph, and why I like this is minimum wear for $1.30. It's heavily pattern based, so you can get ones that are mostly red, some that are mostly blue. This is the first pattern I randomly generated. And here is the second one, which you can see still lots of red, but you are getting more of that blue through on the bottom. So depending on what you're after, what I like about this is it's well under $1.50. Minimum wear, it's going to look cool either way. You can literally just go and get a pattern that you like the most, which is kind of nice. For the Desert Eagle, it just has to be the tilted at this point. There is a handful of good budget Desert Eagles, but this, the fact that it's around $1.50 now and probably going to go lower for minimal wear. It's the new model, looks really, really nice. You've got these goldy sort of bronze accents on it. You've got a tilted player with different design on the back, which is actually new for the Source 2 engine. I think this is a lower rarity than it should be, but that's great for us because we get it so cheap. Now, it's going to be hit miss. I think the Ice Cold has become this skin that either you budget appreciate it like I do, because for $7.65 minimal wear, it's a great skin. Like, just absolutely great. It's not breaking the bank, gets you everything you need, and it's a really nice color gradient. And I know some people hate it because it looks like a Valorant skin or whatever, but I think you want to spend more on your AK here, and I think this gets you a good one. If you want to spend more and get something different, then I am going to say maybe consider the Nightwish. Now, this one's minimal wear. It will cost you $16. So it is more than, well, it's pretty much double the cost coming in that. So it depends what you're after, but I think the Nightwish is actually a pretty funky skin. It can look even good in battle scars. So if you're just after something a bit different that you might not see in game too much, then this could be the path. Back to more of the newer skins though, we do have an M4A1S Wash Me Please. Now, this is minimal wear at like 23 cents already, so it is dirt cheap. No plays on words, no puns intended. Dirt cheap, wash me please. One thing I really like about this is the blue accents on the gun actually allow you to go and get some stickers that have that same sort of blue color. Some of the older Envious stickers, which can be more expensive for what people are going for, but there are also budget ones that would work, so you can put those blue stickers on the main bit of the gun and really tie together a unique craft. Purely for functionality, I have to put the turbine in. $1.10 for field test it, and it lights up like that when you shoot it. And even if field test it, it doesn't like wear badly or anything. So super cool gun model. It lights up. My only downside is I wish they had picked a different color. I think that the artist had 5 different colors for it. Valve potentially picked the worst one, but, you know, like, it's just a cool feature either way, and I want to see more of this in Counter-Strike. Now, on the op, I'm starting a new agenda, and it's going to be for the mortars, because I think for under $3 in minimal wear, this skin is actually really nice. The brown side of it's not for everyone, but I love the artwork on it. I actually quite like the scope detailing. Mine has a Dignitas 2016 Cologne Hollow on it, which I think just ties it together really nicely. But either way, without stickers under $3, this is sweet for minimal wear. Over in the MP9, you can pick up a Deadly Poison, which is minimal wear for about 70 cents. You know, so I actually quite like this. I think the black and the green is kind of cool, and there's definitely spaces for nice sticker placements if you want to. The Mac 10 is going to be a personal favorite of mine. You guys will know if you're regular for the channel. I love the Mac 10 Allure. It's just over 60 cents. It's minimal wear. The artwork's clean. It's got really nice color pops. The bit that dangles off the gun actually has custom artwork on it, which not all of them do. So value for money, this is tremendous. Now, one that you will see in my under $1 video is going to be the P250 cassette, because this is only 8 cents for minimal wear. Now, I know, myself included, we fall into the trap of feeling like we need to spend more on skins, but honestly, this cassette is cool. It's just a bit different, and it's 8 cents. Again, shifting back to some newer skins, we have the Dual Berettas Hydro Strike. Now, I think field testing for these, coming in at under $1, is pretty sick, because you don't really see any wear on them. You still see the water texture is really nice, and you're still getting this really nice trio of colors with I want to say blue, purple, and orange. That purple leans a bit more into blue, but again, under $1 for these, I think is great. And another new skin that gets us some interesting value is the Midnight Paint Over. It's pattern based. You can get it for minimal wear at 16 cents. Again, it's kind of like this purple and blue pairing, which are two very common colors to go for themes, which is kind of sick. So my ill suggestion is actually going to be the skin that I've been using for it, which is the Envy. Now, minimal wear is about 36 cents right now. That will keep dropping. I'm running it in factory new, but you can see here, it holds up pretty well, and it is just desperate to have some nice color matching green stickers go on it. You know what? If Elixir ever made the major, let me whip up a really shit image to put on screen right now. I think it could work. One that I have mentioned a few times since it dropped is the famous half-tone wash. 39 cents for this in minimal wear. Again, it's pattern based. And Famous for the longest time struggled to get skins that didn't wear poorly that were affordable. And I like this. And then the patterns give you options. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think the Foresight is a pretty solid option for the Mag 7, especially when you're talking minimal wear, 9 cents. I love that it's the octopus is going towards, obviously it has the Foresight, it's going to predict that you're going to win. I like that sort of thing. It would be interesting if we got stuff like this in the future that was pattern based, so that it would actually be a chance to lose or win, and then you could do something creative with the sticker crafts and everything like that. And then another shotgun that doesn't stand out but has really nice artwork. It's the Irizumi. 13 cents for this minimal wear. I've always said if this was a brighter color, I think it would be cheap either way because it's one of my newer cases. It's been opened a lot. But if this was a brighter color palette, people would be all over this. Over on the Tech 9, we get the Old Faithful Bamboozle. 63 cents for minimal wear. I love that, like, the whole barrel of the gun is actually like a bamboo stick. That's the sort of skins I really like to see in CS. And then I lean back into some some newer skins here with the Lux Trim. 63 cents in minimal wear. Now, this doesn't have too much going for it, but you can actually see it is meant to be like a leather texture and pattern. It goes the whole way up the skin. You actually get a little bit of design and markings onto the scope, which is really nice. That's actually what I've been sort of wanting more of for the AUG. So this for well under $50, big fan of it. And then my SG, I'm going to go to the Cyberforce now. Many of you were probably expecting to see the Aloha, but the Cyberforce has dropped down to be 9 cents in minimal wear. And again, much like the AUG, you do get a scope design. You can do some interesting crafts with this, with like the Illuminati eye on it. You got the conspiracy hollows. You can do some interesting stuff, although you may not want to spend a crazy amount of sticker money on something that's like 9 cents. And then the final skin option is actually going to be the new Scout, the Rapid Transit, which at the time was coming in at under $1 for field test. Again, this is one I expect to keep dropping. I love this because if you're not aware, you can't see it as well. It's going to be like a tube map or a trade map you get in cities, and all the locations are CS maps, which is kind of cool. And there's actually been some nice 3D like modeling into the barrel and stuff, which is super sick. Now, cost-wise for this loadout, if you did not want knife and gloves, you just wanted weapon skins, this actually came bang on $22, which I think, honestly, if I had to sell up my loadout for whatever reason and run with these skins, I think I'd be pretty happy doing so, which is an interesting thought, because I'm debating if I cash out, if I buy more skins. Part of me wants Emerald, part of me wants to run a budget combo. I'm a very conflicted man, and that's why I change my combo so often. But let's look at the 3 knife and glove options you could have. Now, the first one is one that many may have never expected me to showcase, and it's going to be the Mangrove with the Safari Mesh. Now, you could also use the Rattler gloves if you want to. Pricing and field testing is pretty similar, but for me, I think the Mangrove just pairs that little bit nicer. Safari Mesh is not my thing, but here's what we're saying. Field tested gloves that, albeit realistically, they do wear pretty well. And then a minimal wear knife that gets some cool animations, if I can even get them to, there you go, really cool draw animation. It does have a pretty nice inspect as well. The gloves are $62, the knife's $102. Total cost is $164 for a knife and glove combo. Now, while the color isn't for everyone, the fact that it actually pairs together and is that price is pretty good. Now, a more expensive combo that I think is more close to what I would personally prefer to run is going to be Yellow Bandits, also field tested. They run you about $105. And then I'd pick up some lower Shadow Daggers. I think lower finish on the Shadow Daggers is actually really nice because you get a ton of that sort of Norse pattern on it. The knives are $130, making the total cost $235. Now, at that between 200 to 250, there's definitely a solid like 5 to 10 options you could go with, but this is one of my more suggested ones, I would say. And then if you're sat there like, well, you know what, I don't like fingerless gloves, I want to have more S tier type of gloves, which I think Specialist definitely is in that category, then you could look at the Forest DD Pack combos. Now, I went for the Urus knife with this as well because it gets some nice animations and it holds up pretty well in field tested, and the gloves are also field tested. The one thing to note is, field tested Specialist gloves, you can see there's some markings on the E on the left hand here. The right hand overall is pretty clean. That's all pattern based, so you really need to check them before you buy them. But this is also a $235 combo. The gloves are $115, the knife's $120. This would personally be my pick for a loadout like this because I like getting Specialist gloves. And as much as the Ursus isn't my favorite, I like how it pairs in, and you do get some nice rare animations. It was going to do it there, and I managed to mess it up. But that is going to be me for today. A big thank you if you watched it to this point. Hopefully, this has been nice. I know I recently did loadout building under 300, and some people weren't happy that I called it cheap with having the knife and glove combo included, which is why I've done just like a $22 loadout. And then if you want knife and glove, here's like 3 options you can consider, or you can go your own path. So let me know your thoughts off this format and what your favorite knife and glove combo was from today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy it, because I'm going to be doing more like this as we move forward in the future. And then finally, a big thank you to the YouTube members that continue to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. We're going to have more viewer loadout building videos coming soon. So if you want to be included in that, make sure, and get priority in that, make sure you are a member and join the Discord. Now, I'm going to stop my waffling. Thank you to Skinport for coming back as a sponsor. We're going to have some cool stuff coming this month. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good.